Okay, I guess I'll be back now. Honey. This is almost over. This is why I'm working so hard because my threshold for ghetto is very low. I can't do it, baby. I can't do it. I can't. I can't do it. I can't be. Let me let me stick to the topic of the video. Let me stick to the topic of the video. Okay, so as I said, we all have our cross to bear, and I think the more that we heal and we improve ourselves and do the things that's necessary to evolve as individuals, I think we are it it's not really anything that you really have to bear. Not really. It becomes, you lighten your load, you pack light. When that's why they say, when people say that they die, their heart is light as a feather, because you've made peace with all aspects of yourself. You're supposed to leave empty. You're supposed to leave with no reservations, no regrets, no ill feelings, no heartbreak, like all of those things. Like the goal of ascension is to be able to heal from all those things and then move forward, like and transition on to wherever you going, because everybody don't go to the same place. So let me just say that. But the goal is to transition and leave here empty, like with no reservations, with no regrets, with no remorse, with no resistance, with no nothing. Like light as a feather, man. I'm out of here. So the next point is making a choice to live righteously. Like, it is very hard. Like I tell people all the time, like people think like, oh, like you're a do-gooder, like you always want to do the right thing, you always want to follow the rules. It's like, girl, do you know how many times I want to smack you bitches? Like right now, like just over here minding my business, and hoes have to go out of their way to come all the way over here to bother me. Like, it's clearly I'm sitting over here because I'm out of the way, right? You have plenty of space to do what you need to do over there, but you keep coming over here trying to figure out what I am doing. Like, you got bitches literally in group chats following me the fuck around so they can run into me in the hallway. You got bitches that, like, I'll be standing there just doing my job in the kitchen. Like, I was making sack lunches today. Just minding my business. And bitches try to go out of their way to make themselves seem like you are a psychopath. Do you know how delusional in your mind that you have to be? I don't care what games are being played or what you're being told to do, because clearly you're a remedial person, right? There's no way, girl. There's no way I'm finna take up my day to follow anybody around. There's no way I'm wasting my time trying to run into somebody to make them feel some type of way or try to see what they're doing. Like, girl, I have so much life to live. I have so much to do. Like, I have so much to do, man. I don't give a fuck about you bitches. Like, I don't. Like when people like, honey, I'm a girl's girl. I am not. I am not. I'm not. And I think it was another sound that was like, I do this. I don't do nothing for women. I don't. I do it for me. I live my life for me. And if it so happens to inspire you and you happen to be a woman, then so be it. But I live my life for me. I don't see you hoes. I don't, because you're fickle. And I just don't have the time. I don't do females, man. Like, that's what I be saying. Like, people really be trying to try it. And I'm just like, honey, it is easier to be negative. It is easier to be abusive, to cuss people out, to look any type of way, to not give a fuck about yourself, to not care. Like I said, to never bear your crosses, to never go heal, to never go to therapy, to never get it right, to never look at yourself in the mirror. It's easy to do that shit. It's easy to lie to yourself. It's easy to tell lies, to live in the lies, to lie on other people. It's just easy. just to live in the delusion. Just it doesn't matter. Just delusion. It don't matter. Just live in a delusion. It's okay. It's cool. But to say, you know what, no, I'm going to get up, I'm going to heal, I'm going to go to therapy, I'm going to get my shit together, I'm going to read my Bible every day, I'm going to work out and take care of myself, I'm going to honor my diet, I'm going to take care of things that are important to me. I want to build towards my future. I want to invest in myself. I want to learn a second language. I want to travel all over the world. I want to help needy children in foreign countries. I like whatever it is. Hell, I want to give back and be a big brother or a big sister. I want to be of service to the elderly and go bring them meals and go play bingo with them and go read to the kids at the library. Like I truly, if I had enough money to never work again, I truly would give my time as a philanthropist. Like that is my ultimate goal, is to be of service and to give my time. I don't want to fucking work. Truth be told, I don't want to fucking work for nobody. I don't like you hoes. I keep telling you that. I don't like you hoes. Because your mind and your spirit isn't right. And I don't want to be fighting and being in competition with people who speak like, girl, you're not even right spiritually. Like, you can't even stand next to me. Your soul ain't even right. That's why I don't pay these hoes no mind. Like, spiritually, you cannot mess with me, man. And let's not talk about professionally, because you hoes are not doing the work. Look at the type of stuff you're willing to do. Girl, bye. No. Like, girl, goodbye. Like, no. Like, absolutely not. But like I say, it's challenging for people to live righteously. It's challenging for people to take the high road. It's challenging for you to follow the rules. And then people get mad, like, how did you get all that? How does she always get stuff? Bitch, because I follow the rules. Did you not learn that in kindergarten class? To sit down, follow directions, use your time wisely, keep your hands, feet, and other objects to yourself. So your hoes don't follow the rules. Did you not read the Ten Commandments? Did you not read the Bible? Do you not know cosmic knowledge? Do you not know universal? So you got to read, baby. You got to read if you're going to stand next to me. If you want to really compete with me, if you want to be better than me, you want to try to go toe to toe with me, okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. I want to see you. I want to see. Let's see who you are. Because I guarantee you can't. You ain't gonna never be able to see me, man. Hoes ain't doing the work, man. I'm so sick of this shit. Get up out of here, man. You don't scare me. I'm not impressed. I'm not scared of you. I'm not bothered. I'm not nothing, honey. I feel sorry for you. Because you're wasting your life away trying to make somebody feel some type of way when you just hate yourself. It's self-hatred. That's all it is. You are mad and you are projecting your self-hatred onto other people, wasting your life away. When you could just go sit down somewhere and go heal and bear your cross. Go bear your cross. And it'll change your life. Up next. So, okay. The next point is shame, public humiliation, and psychological torment. Being crucified, especially when we are crucified publicly. Sometimes being crucified can happen in a like an acute or a minute way, where you are crucified maybe by your friends and family. You know, it happens in a local way. It happens in a way that the only people involved, they know what happened. You know, people maybe I would even say on a small level, maybe people in your local community or in your central neighborhood, people know. However, now with social media, things can happen so fast that like a story can break, and a million plus people can find out about one thing in a few minutes or less. And so when we have been crucified by people, because a lot of times that's what happens. The crucifixion is usually not by us. We don't crucify ourselves. We usually sacrifice ourselves. We usually give of ourselves to the point of death, because that is what we're told to do. That we are supposed to be giving of service to other people, to sacrifice ourselves for the greater good of others. But when we are crucified, usually that comes from other people. And that means that the type of things that happen with crucifixion is you are shamed. You are shamed, you are abused, you are talked about, you are ostracized, you are left out, you are exiled, you are excommunicated. You are probably experiencing abuse. You are probably being taken advantage of. You are probably experiencing all type of maybe possibly suffering from mental illness. Shame is probably one of, I would say, one of the most damaging emotions that emotion that a person can feel, more than anything else, more than fear, more than guilt, more than anger, because I feel like those are different. Shame is like rooted in your core. It's different. Public humiliation, like I say, with being crucified, the worst way to get somebody is to embarrass them publicly. And being a person that has happened to, it is very similar to the olden days. That is the best way to not only to damage someone, but to, it's almost like to stab them and then twist the knife. So I can shame you, and like maybe everybody in your community knows about it. But when I publicly humiliate you and I get the police involved, or I send information to the news, or we start getting into social media and group chats and all of these different things, these people that you don't even know, and it's not even things about you. It's a lot of this shit be lies. That's what I've come, like, people, all they can do is lie. That is what it's boiled down to at this point, at least with my own situation. That only thing that people can do now is lie. They have to lie in order for things to be facetious and for things to be scandalous. We have to come up with the most outlandish things to say to make you look awful. And then if enough people chime in and say that it's true, even if it is a lie, enough people will believe it, and then the lie will be carried. And so someone has enough critical thinking skills to say, wait a minute, something's not adding up. Something, it doesn't make sense. Something isn't true. That ain't what I heard, or I don't know about all that. It takes a certain type of person to really be willing to like debunk the bullshit. And with public humiliation comes psychological torment, because if you are not strong enough to understand that you cannot police the narrative of what other people think about you. When my therapist told me, it doesn't matter, like, it's none of your business what other people think of you. It is not for you to try to make people love you or believe you or value you or see your side of the story. That's not your job. Your job is to show up and be you every day and live in your truth as you are. It doesn't matter how anybody else thinks, say, or feel. It's your job to hold your head high, to take care of yourself, to show up as the best and the highest version of yourself. And whoever wants to be there with you, they will be there. And she stated to me, water sinks to its own level. So people that are for you, whatever is for you, will never miss you, darling. And it doesn't matter about all these other things in between and what they said and what they heard, honey. It does not matter. Keep getting up every day and working on yourself, and eventually the lies will have to fall. People won't care. The people's attention span, you have to think of a news cycle. How long do people really pay attention to shit? Like, a story will break. Think of the eyes in the mind of a publicist or a journalist. And when news breaks in media outlets and things like that, when lies and things are told, it's like certain things can happen. It can be so outlandish, people hear it, and it might even carry for a while, but then eventually that shit gets old and people just don't care. And as times get harder and life gets harder for people don't have the time to care about shit that don't add no value to their life. So even if it is true, people don't care. The only people that care about that type of shit is low life ass people. And as times get harder, people ain't gonna have the time to really be low lives, because things is too expensive. Life is too hard to be sitting around doing nothing all day. Like, even if it is, and I hee ha ha, like, I got shit to do. Everybody got things to do. Time in life is moving on. People have to move on. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, even if people laugh and kicks and giggles, it don't matter. Like, people have to move on eventually. And like I said, there's 8 billion people in the world. Somebody's gonna love you, baby. There are 8 billion people in the world. Somebody's gonna vibe with you. Somebody's going to catch the wave, period. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care how many smear campaigns. I don't care how many gang stalkers. I don't care how many people you see, bitch. Somebody going to like me. Hell, they do like me. That's why they follow me around. Shit. Don't get it twisted. But keeping it moving, because I ain't got that much battery life left. Okay, so the next is the examples that I wanted to give is Joan of Arc, Jesus Christ, the Salem witch trials. Those are the 3 primary. I had a few more things on here, but I'm gonna leave it at that. So I wrote down that Joan of Arc was a military leader, and she is also considered a national heroine who was considered a patron saint of France for her role in the siege of Orleans. There was a 100-year war that was going on. Let me tell you about Joan of Arc. This is what I'm saying. Like, Candace studies bad bitches, not them hoes you see on Instagram with the fake ass and the fake titties and the bundles and the Birkins. Then that ain't no bad bitch to me. That's not, like, because nobody's gonna remember you, ho. You're just one of many. I want to be somebody who is recognized and remembered for that forever. I want to live on forever, honey. That is real immortality, honey. When God said I would give you everlasting life, He didn't mean literally where you literally live here forever. No, your name, your spirit, your everything that you are will live on forever. The best example I can give is Tupac. Like, that man, it would be 50 plus by now, but his music is still relevant today. Everything he said back then, 25, 30 years ago, still he was almost right on time. He listen. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna stay on topic. Joan of Arc was 5'2". And she was out there whooping ass. She is the one that ended a war. And they killed that lady. They killed this lady. They put her on trial for heresy. And I was like, okay, what is heresy? I thought it was maybe similar to like treason, like what we call now is treason, but it's not. Heresy is any belief or theory that is strongly at a variance with established beliefs or religious law of a religious organization. Ain't that funny? So anything that is against, anything that is against a religious law, which is primarily Christians, because I don't think no other religion really care if you choose to do something different. It's the Christians. The Christians is the ones that was killing everybody. Muslims, Presbyterians, all these other people, Baptists, they don't even care. Like, do it. That's what I said. Come as you are. They don't care. It's the Christians the ones that be trying to burn people at the stake and shit. It's them that be doing it. But they put this lady on trial for heresy, and she was accused of blasphemy because she wore men's clothes. You know how many people be dead now because they killed this lady because she was wearing men's clothes. She was at war, fighting a war that they could not win without her. And she was put on trial because she was wearing men's clothes. She was also put on trial because her visions were perceived as demonic, honey. She was guided. She was guided by God. She had intuition. God was guiding her to go out here and fight this war. God was guiding her to go out here and be a crusader and lead the way. And because of who she was, honey, they killed that lady because she wore men's clothes and she had spiritual gifts. She refused. This is the best part of it all. She refused to submit her words and deeds to the church because she claimed that she would be judged by God alone, honey. If that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. See, when I leave, and no matter what group I join, no matter affiliations, I don't care if you a Mason, if you in a fraternity, whatever it is. If you whatever religious organization, at the end of the day, when you leave and you got to stand before God, you're gonna have to do it by yourself. Them people can't save you. They don't have no, they don't really have no real power like that. They want you to believe they do, but they don't. They want you to believe that your salvation lies with them and that they can determine how you grow and how you advance. You can't make it without us. If you're not initiated, you're not going to make it in this world without being a part of something. And so because of those three main things, this lady was put on trial and she was convicted and she was burnt at the stake alive. And eventually they came back and nullified it after they killed her, and basically said that like, nah, we was wrong for that, but they already killed the lady. So basically they deemed her a sinner, but eventually they made her a saint, and now she is viewed as a heroine. Like, so understand that a lot of times we will be crucified similar to Jesus, similar to Joan of Arc, similar to the witches of that were on trial, because like I said, a lot of these witches that were in Salem, Massachusetts, these were healers, man. These were people that practiced herbal medicine, but a lot of that stuff is outlawed. Is anything that is not of the Bible, what they feel like is that is scripture, that is in that aligns with that doctrine, is false. It is illegal. It is wrong, and it should be banned, and so should that person, right? And these are the type of things that people hold on to. And this is why a lot of people don't go to church. This is why a lot of people just say, you know what, I'll just sit here and I will find God on my own, because I don't need you. Because if I have to be crucified just to find God, just to show up and be accepted, why would I go? Because God made me in his image, and he accepts me as I am, and I'm actively doing the work to be a better person. Who are you to tell me who I am and who I should be and how I should show up if I don't meet your standards and expectations? And you can't meet them either, because if you did, you wouldn't be judging me, period. And that's that on that, man. I'm not gonna stay here too long. Like I said, I don't have too much juice left. I tried to make this as short as possible, but understand that when you are walking a path of righteousness, as they talk about in Revelations, that in the last days that like Christians will be persecuted. As I said before, I don't mean Christians literally. I'm just mean people, that anybody that wants to walk a godly or a righteous path, or just a path of being a better person, a better you, and whatever that is. I don't care if that's self-help. I don't care if that whatever religious background that you feel works for you. I don't do that. I don't demonize people for their choices, because I feel like God is an infinite being. And so I'm gonna get off here because I don't want this to die. And I hope this information has been useful to you. I hope you continue to have a great day, and I plan on doing the same. And until next time, peace.